Hello there, back in Clara IO, just having a look at it, see what things I'd like to happen uh, to make it a little bit more easy to use for myself. Little things, I mean tiny little things. For instance, um, realistic, this is for viewport shaded display. We've got hide edges, which is basically, it doesn't tell you what state that you're actually looking at it. It tells you up here realistic, but it doesn't say what is it. Does this say it's currently hiding edges, or is it showing edges? So if I click it off, it's okay. So that's actually currently it's hiding edges, therefore it's showing show edges. It's a bit kludzy. So let me hop over into this program here. If I'm going to show edges, if I go here, perspective. Sorry, right and click perspective. It's edged faces is a tick, so there's no show or hide. It's edged faces. Tick next to it means it's doing it, and if I untick it, it's not doing it. If I right and click again, yeah, can you see what that is? That's, to me, that's more sensible. But that's just me. The other thing I would like would be back over here. And I go and select this item and then go and show edges again. If I'm going to add some detail, if I'm going to make any change at all to any of these spinners, for instance here, and I'm going to add some segments, yeah, whatever I'm doing, if I want to go back to the original thing, I have to dial it down to 1. Yeah, you can't dial it down to 0 because 1's the bottom one. You have to go click, 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 and clickety, 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 click, click. Whatever the default is, you'd have to go up and down these little spinners, or you'd have to go and type it in yourself and say, I want actually to be 1 now, thank you. Right, over in max, if I want anything to, if I change the number of divisions here, and I want this to go back to the original, all I need to do is right hand click on the spinners. It goes back to the original, which is 1. Yeah, so resetting anything is really easy, because I can just right hand click it to reset it to 0, for instance. Or they're going to set it to like 20. Yeah, whatever you're going to go and do. And you can click and drag as well. Yeah, click and drag changes it. If I go over to here, how's this work with click and drag for depth and stuff? It's sort of, yeah, that's okay. So these sort of things work okay, for instance. They're alright. But resetting on segments, if I could just right hand click to reset it, that would be cool. I'd like that. The other thing I'd like to do, so if I convert this into an editable poly, so we've jumped over into Max again just to show something. If I go in here and I go and say ring it, and then I'm going to go and say connect it, for instance. The things I do like is I can add some edges, for instance, but I can also pinch them out, and I can change that down to 2. So if I'm trying to put in holding edges, using the pinch function is really, really cool. So that would be really cool. Also, if I only want to put 1 in, if I don't want to put 2 edges in on a particular build, so I want to do 1, then pinch won't work to what I want it to do. So you have a function called slide. So I can just slide that over to the edge. And the really cool thing that I like about it is I can then go to this edge here, ring that, and then go and do another connect. And it's remembered my last setting. So remembering the setting is really, really useful. Yeah, and it's not just for this. So if I also want to do a bevel, for instance, over here, on here, and I can change this to F2 to turn that off. I'm going to go and add a bevel. So I can right hand click it to make the height 0, so that it quickly knocks it down to 0. Or I can say, okay, it wants to be a little bit. I want to go in quite a lot. Okay, I'm going to do that. And then when I go and do my next bevel, it remembers my last bevel. I think that'll be a really useful feature, actually. We'll do that. Yeah. So 2 things I really like to see would be 1, right hand clicking on any spinners. So let's go to bevel again. Add another segment. So I can say I want to right hand click on that to make that 0, and I can inset that to make that an inset and say OK. I think that would be quite a useful function. Currently we don't have that over on here. if I'm going to go and add a bevel for this, if I go and select a face on here. The other thing I'd like would be to turn this selection off. Yeah, so it's not bright red all the time. Sometimes you just need to see the edge faces. Be a lot easier. I'm going to add a bevel to this, and then that does over here. I've got a length and segments is 2, so I'm going to say segments is 1, length is 0. Okay, you can get negatives. So I'd like to be, see, this is where right and click would be a lot simpler. And then, okay, I'm happy with that. Then we want to add another bevel to this, so I'll go over to here and bevel, and nothing happens. It does, it's done the same thing again. So it's got a preset, which I don't want. I don't want it to be preset to 2 in length. I just want it to be, you know, whatever I want it to be. I want it to be 0 for a start, 0, and then offset can be like that. Yeah. So yeah, okay. So it's all right, but yeah, maybe that's just me. I don't know. Oh, so not major things, are they? Not really. Yeah. So when I've not in hide edges. Am I showing them? I'm showing them. Oh, I'm showing them. Okay, but I've not got it selected, or have I got it selected? Hang on. There we go. There you go. So it's just confusing to look at. Also, yeah. So if I'm going to go and select an edge on here, why can't I select the edge? It's a bit clunky at the minute, isn't it? Let's deselect everything. What am I selecting? So I can't even see what I'm selecting on this. So am I showing edges or not showing edges? I think I'm showing them, but I can't. Explorer, plane, box. Alright. Okay, so now I want to go and select edges. No, it's not showing it. Don't know. See, I think it's broken at this point. Don't know what's going on with that. That's not allowing me to select an edge. I can't see what I'm doing. Literally, I'm blind. Wireframe. Oh, yeah, you've broke, because you should not look like that. Okay, so that's currently broken at the minute then. Alright, so that's crashed, I think. We've got a few, it is a beta build, so I think they've added some things, but it's breaking a little bit at the moment. So let's not rag on it, because it is in beta, so I'll let them off. Yeah, so there you go. Looking interesting for sure. It's got a little bit way to go. I mean, this program's like 20 years old max and costs several £1,000s. So you know, it's in a different league to where we're currently at with this. But it's not far away. This is pretty close to like Maya straight max. It wouldn't take that much for it to be very, very usable actually. Good luck to them, is all I'm going to say. Right, that'll do, and see you in a bit. Cheers.